Hey y'all, so real quick I'm going to show y'all how to make a beautiful romantic dinner for two under, I think I spent about 35 bucks. I bought some frozen salmon. I really wanted some fresh salmon, but the store that I went to didn't have any, and I just didn't have time to go to another store. So I got some frozen salmon. I'm going to make a blackened salmon with I'm going to have some sauteed shrimp with a nice cream sauce on top. I'm going to do some mashed potatoes. I'm also going to do some, the only thing that I had to buy, I didn't have any more olive oil, so I got another thing of olive oil. For dessert, I'm going to make a cherry dump cake. So I just got some cherry pie filling and topping. I'm going to use a box cake for this. I'm going to use a yellow cake, just a regular classic Duncan Hines yellow cake. I didn't have any more Old Bay, so I got some Old Bay seasoning today. And then I got a little 4-pack of little white wine, some Chardonnay. I'm going to use one for this recipe. And then everything else, like I said, I bought the frozen salmon. I bought I already had some potatoes, okay? And then, of course, you know, little stuff that I need to go with it. So I'm not going to film everything. I'm going to take some pictures and I'll talk through it because I'm going to try to hurry up and get this done before he gets home. So first things first, I have a clear Pirates dish. I'm going to put my cherry pie filling in there. Normally, I might add like about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of sugar, but today I'm not going to add any sugar to this. I'm going to spread this out. I'm going to sprinkle some of this cake mix on top of that. I'm going to melt a half a stick of butter and I'm going to sprinkle that on top of there. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven. I have the oven preheated at 350. I'm going to put this in the oven for about 25-30 minutes. Okay, so I spread that those cherries out. I put a thin layer, well, not too thin, layer of the cake mix on top, about half of the bag. And now I'm just going to drizzle some butter up and through there, like so. Melted butter. And this is about a half a stick of butter. Again, I'm going to put this in the oven for about 25-30 minutes. I have about 6 small potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and peel these and rinse them off. Cut them up for my mashed potatoes. I have some water on the stove getting ready to boil. Alright y'all, real quick I'm going to make a rub for my salmon. I'm going to also use some of this for my shrimp. So these are the seasonings that I will be using. A little salt, a little pepper, black pepper, a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, a little bit of Mrs. Dash, and some oregano. Now I usually try to use some thyme, but I don't have any, so I'm going to be using these ingredients right here, these seasonings. I'm going to put them in a bowl real quick, and then I'm going to dry rub the salmon front and back and sides. I also put a half a teaspoon of garlic powder in there, y'all. Okay, so like I said, these are a little thinner than I wanted them to be, but I have rinsed them off real good. I'm going to go ahead and rub my seasonings on top of them and on the other side. In the meantime, I have a skillet on the eye that I have medium high with a little bit of olive oil. So we got that on one side. We're going to do the other side. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the pan, the skillet. Alright y'all, so since they're so thin, I'm going to let them fry for about a minute and a half. And I'm going to flip these jokers over, okay? If you notice from looking on the side, that little white, if you start seeing a little white up in there, that lets you know that it's about time to go ahead on and flip them jokers over. Ooh la la, look at that, look at that. We're going to put a little butter in this skillet right about now, y'all. Put a little butter in this skillet. I have my shrimp thawed out in the bowl. I'm going to leave the tails on just because I like how pretty they look. But you can take the tails off. As a matter of fact, I might go ahead and take them off. These are some peeled, already divined shrimp. I'm going to go ahead and I'm leaving them on. I like it just has a little bit extra flavor. I'm going to take some more of that same rub that I used on my salmon. I'm going to rub it on this shrimp real quick. I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to stick it in this potato and see if they are nice and tender, and they are. So I'm going to go ahead and drain them real quick and go ahead and whip them bad boys up. All right, y'all. In that same skillet that we did the salmon, we're gonna go ahead and put our shrimp in there. And we're not gonna cook them all the way. We're just gonna have them in there for about 30-40 seconds on each side, y'all. 30 or 40 seconds, because they're gonna finish cooking in our sauce. Okay, we just want to get that little seasoning seared up on there real good. In my potatoes, I'm going to put a little bit of butter. I'm going to put a little bit of this cream cheese. I'm going to put some salt and pepper, y'all. And a little bit of parsley flakes. And I'm going to mash that up real quick with some butter, some cream cheese, some salt and pepper, and some milk. Okay? Go ahead and take the shrimp out. Put it aside. Take the shrimp out and put it aside. Alright, y'all. So this is the part you probably all been waiting for. We're going to take this same skillet. We're going to take that same little stuff that's in the bottom of my pan and keep it in there. We are going to add a little bit of butter. Well, not a little bit. We're going to add some butter up in there. Okay, we're going to make our sauce, y'all. We're going to make our sauce. We're going to add some butter in this skillet and let it melt. We're going to chop up some onions really small. Chop up some onion really small and put that in that butter and let it just, you know, do its thing for about a minute or two. So I got my butter and my onions. We're going to let this do its thing. Gotta let this butter melt. We're going to let this do its thing for about 2 minutes, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to grab one of my little small bottles of Chardonnay, and I'm going to use the whole little bottle in this sauce. You can use any kind of white wine, or, you know, you can use some old chicken stock, but it's just, when you're doing salmon, when you're doing seafood, you want to use just a little white wine, okay? I'm going to go ahead and also add some heavy whipping cream. Don't matter what brand it is, y'all. It does not matter what brand it is. You're going to stir that whipping cream up in there, okay? You're going to let this continue to heat up. If you want to add some Parmesan cheese or any kind of cheese you want to add up in there, you're welcome to do so. I'm going to add some Parmesan up in here and some, a little bit of cream cheese. But that's just my personal. You don't even have to put no cheese in there if you don't want to at all. Okay, y'all, make sure y'all whisk that around, especially if you added some cheese. You want to get that cheese nice and melted and put a little salt and pepper up in there. And then we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp. Ooh, la, y'all. I have my square shaped plate, and I'm going to go ahead and plate this up real quick, and I'm going to let y'all see what it look like. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Blackened salmon with a nice white cream and sauteed shrimp over mashed potatoes. Ooh la la. Get that, y'all. Finished cherry dump cake. And I'm going to serve this with some ice cream. Okay, I'm really gone now.